So as you know, yesterday I didn't upload a YouTube video. I'll tell you what, I also didn't read, I didn't journal, I didn't meditate, and I didn't go to the gym. But that's okay, because I still made my bed, I still went for a long walk, and I still spread positivity. People judge themselves according to the things they haven't done, but completely disregard the things that they have. And why is that? Because everyone has such a high opinion of what they should be, and they fail to realize what they are right now. Now, a year ago, if I had taken that day off, right, today, I wouldn't have uploaded a video. If I did, it would have been a 1-minute video saying update. And then probably wouldn't have uploaded a video tomorrow and just given up everything. I would have gone back to square one. But my identity now is someone that does their best, that is positive, that does not spiral into negative thoughts. This whole thing of coulda, woulda, shoulda. You need to judge yourself on the things you have done instead of the things you haven't. What's the point? What value does self-deprecation bring you? What does that do for you? Sure, it makes you realize, I should have done that shit. But then what? But now you're left with the negative emotion because you know why. You don't finish off with the saying, tomorrow will be better. You go down that negative rabbit hole and then you leave it there. And that's where you are until you have that other spur of motivation that says, let me get back into it. Let me do it. Let me do this, that. And if I fail this time, I'm a loser. Everyone hypes themselves up to do the most mundane things. Going for a walk every morning is so mundane, but it brings me joy because I make it bring me joy. When I go for a walk, I look at the blue sky. I look at the blue sky. I look at the clouds. I smell the flowers. I hear the birds. I greet people that are walking on the other side of the road. I smile at them. I feel the breeze on my skin. That is all I want. Everything you do, everything should be in the name of bringing you joy. And not saying that you need to, hurt people to bring you joy, but shit like going to the gym, reading, meditating, journaling, looking at the sunset. Everything you do should be to preserve your happiness, as long as it doesn't affect others. That is it. The more you look for the positives, the more you'll find. For this last week, I've had so many negative thoughts, so much doubt. But I recognize this time because whenever I've made a change in the past, it always comes around. Maybe you're not doing enough. It doesn't really feel like you're doing enough. It doesn't really feel like we're doing anything. It feels like we're plateaued. Is this really what we want? Is this really worth it? Every single time those thoughts come. And every single time I end those thoughts with, but it's okay because I'm doing my best. I'm an honest person and I'm here to be happy and make others happier. That is it. You need to ground yourself in self-love. That's what you need to do. Now, it's okay to not feel happy all the time. There's a vast ocean of emotions that aren't happiness, that feel good. Have you guys ever felt serenity? I felt serenity yesterday because I went and sat in my car, looked at the sunset for like 45 minutes and got a little high after the sunset. I want to experience beautiful things sober, if that makes sense. That was serenity. That was calm. I wasn't happy. In fact, there were a few negative thoughts in my head there. But again, you keep telling yourself you are doing your best, even if you aren't, objectively speaking. But why would you tell yourself that? Life is a game of delusion. I am proof of that. I feel like I am living proof of that. It is a game of delusion. The more you think yourself happy, the happier you are. Doubt is okay. Change brings doubt, because as soon as you try to change your identity, you'll want to be pulled back. Your subconscious will try to pull you back because your mind doesn't like change. The more new things your brain has to handle, the more energy it uses. And biologically, we are clocked, we are wired to use as little energy as possible. We like habits, we like automations. So when we get into a bad habit, it takes a lot of energy to change that, because your brain will, quite rightfully so, it's an amazing evolutionary change that occurred. But only like 10,000 years ago. Not even. I'd say even like 500 years ago. But today, shit, if we didn't have, I was about to go down a huge rabbit hole, which I won't. But I just wanted to say it's okay to exist. People feel pressured to do this, that, because they need to show others that their life is valuable. Now, how sad is that? How sad is that? And I'm not judging you, because I was there. I was there every single day. Now, sure, I look at myself now, sitting here. I just played games for the last 5 hours. Because I'm on holiday right now, right? If I had school or a job, I'd be going to that. But the fact that I played 5 hours of games today, old me would have felt like shit. And you know what I would have done? I would have kept playing those games, because it would have numbed the pain. But you don't need to numb the pain if you don't make it painful. Mental pain that affects your heart is something you can quite easily mold into something positive. You know, the 1% better every day that most of you have heard of, I think it was actually from Atomic Habits, the book. That's not black and white. I wish he would have, if he did say that later in the book, I wish he would have covered more on it. Because 1% better every single day is not really achievable. But let's say you have 10 days, right, that you're 10% better, 1% better every day, right? You'll be just over 110% of where you were. Now, let's say you stay at that percent for 2 weeks. And only then will you get slightly better again, and then you stagnate. And then you get slightly better again, and then you stagnate. I don't see an issue with that. Because all that's doing is you get slightly better, you live life at a slightly better stage, and then you get better again once you start, what's the word? I feel like once you get into this journey, I'm going to call it a journey of self-love. You'll make change, you'll make good changes, and you'll be happy. So then you'll stagnate. And it's okay to stagnate when you're doing better than you were. And then once you stagnate for long enough, you'll say, I could do this better. I could. So then you try it. And maybe you won't get it right the first time, and that's okay, because you love yourself and you understand that you have flaws. But what if on the third try you get it? And then boom, that's 1% better. And then you're like, damn, I have this shit. And then you add something else, because now you have the confidence. You regain that confidence. You will not be confident all the time. And that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Right? Even if you get 3% worse after getting 10% better, that is okay. That is okay. People think everything is linear. It's not. It's not. Everyone has this outlandish idea that if you're made to be great, you will just be great. You'll fight through it, right? But shit takes time. And if you actually listen to the people that really made it, if you look at the person that you really want to be like, they'll essentially tell you what I'm telling you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Now, sure, there are people that go through radical changes because they are so hurt. But maybe you're not like them. I'm not like them. I realized that. I was trying to change myself through hating who I was in the present, And it didn't work for me. And maybe it does work for them, or maybe they just make it look like it did. Maybe the only reason they are where they are right now this is going to be a fucking game changer for you if you haven't realized this. Maybe they're where they're at is because of their fans. They spouted this ideology of getting better through self-hatred. And everyone liked that because it's the easy way. It's the easy way to hate. It's easy to hate. So everyone jumps on their bandwagon. I'm going to go to gym every day, and if I don't, I'm a loser. I'm going to read every day, and if I don't, I was going to say a bad word, I'm an idiot. Right? And because it gets you fired up. It's the all or nothing mindset. It's the same as gambling. It's the same as gambling. Whether it It's red or black. That's what you're doing to yourself every time you get into this mindset. And it is ruining you. Because it ruined me. It ruined me. You can go look through my other videos. You will see my progression from 2024 through to 2025 of self-hatred and what that did for me. Why didn't I get better when I was using self-hatred to try to get better? I don't know the answer to that, but I just know what works and what doesn't. Today I had an hour-long conversation with my dad. I can't remember the last time I did that. And it was a good conversation because I didn't hold any, I'm going to say hate. It's a very broad word. I never hated him. It's more complicated, but I didn't hold any hate in my heart for him. I haven't had a single argument with my mother in the last 2 weeks. Because I need to say this again because this is all I wanted to talk about. I'm going to keep repeating this every single episode, every single video. You're okay. You're worthwhile. You're valuable. And you're not valuable because of the things you do, but because of the person you are. It's because of the person you are. And the person you are is made up by the things you do. But people get it twisted. People get it twisted. Because it makes sense that to become a person that you want to be, you first have to do the things that that person would do, right? But that isn't true. To do the things to become the person you want to be, you first have to imagine yourself as the person you want to be. Before I could start walking, going to gym, meditating, journaling, making YouTube videos again, I had to tell myself constantly, say this again, I'm a kind, honest person. I'm doing my best and I will spread positivity. I tell myself that every single day. And within a day, I started doing these new things. Because now I keep telling myself, and if I am a good person, what would a good person do? Almost subconsciously. Initially, it's a conscious thing. But after a while, it goes to your subconscious and it becomes a habit. And it is the most beautiful thing I've ever felt. Every morning, I send a message on the group chat saying, good morning, guys. Let's have a fantastic day. I'm the reason someone smiled today. And that makes me feel amazing. And so what if sometimes I feel a little depressed? For no reason. You just feel a bit sad sometimes. You feel guilty sometimes. A past memory comes up. The past will haunt you, and your brain will haunt you. Memories are your worst enemy. But you know what your best friend is? You know who your best friend is. It's yourself. Because you have the opportunity to love yourself. It's so simple, guys. It's so simple. And I'm not saying right now I'm on top of the world. I can do anything. There's a difference between... Scratch that. I sometimes just start saying shit and I have no idea where it's going to lead. This is going to be a recurring event. So I hope you don't mind. But all you have to do is just be positive all the time. Just delude yourself. Just become insane with positivity. Make someone smile. It feels so much better than chatting shit to someone, flaming someone. Like today, I was watching a YouTube video on a guy that's day trading, right? And his story. And I clicked on his video and I opened it. And then it was his first video, right? So he did you don't really look at the camera. There's a lot of ums. And I was like, let me just click off. And then I realized, wait, that's how I speak. When I make these videos, the beginning is almost always fucking awkward. Or maybe not now. I don't know. I don't watch my own videos, but I don't even watch my own videos back unless I need to edit something. But I realized that this is essentially how I speak. This is how I started. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to give him a like. I'm going to subscribe to him. Maybe I don't ever see him again. I'm not putting on the notifications, but I will subscribe to him and I will like the video. And maybe, just maybe, my view, my like, my subscribe aided his video in reaching more people. Even if it's only 2. My friend Levi made a video, a reel, right? I won't go into that, right? Because he's trying to become a person like me, a person that helps you, that speaks, that shares their life stories and whatnot. And you know what? I liked his video, I reposted, and I can't remember if I commented, right? And guess what? Immediately after I did that, the video blew up. I'm not saying I'm the catalyst. I'm just saying I'm part of the reason he gained 1,500 followers. I was part of that. And I sent a message saying, I'm so proud of you. Let's meet up. It's amazing how good you feel when all you want to do is spread good. And it's so simple. It's so I'm no longer bothered by seeing shit about ICE, Epstein, things where I'm aware of them. And I do believe they are horrid, and I do believe we are in a poor state in the world right now. I'm aware of it, but I don't let that hold me down. I keep saying your main priority should be yourself, right? It is selfish, but to become selfless, you need to be selfish. To be in a position to give others what they need, you need to build yourself up. I'm on a fucking roll this video, dude. I'm on a fucking roll. I have never been this passionate about anything. You know, another thing I realized, I'm going to say this now because I don't feel like saying it next video. I didn't go to the gym yesterday because I was scared of hitting legs. I didn't want to hit legs. I didn't want to squat. It's a new kind of pain again. Now, if I start training them when I should, that pain of training essentially a new muscle, right, will go away. It'll be the same as training arms. I used to love hitting legs. Leg day was my favorite day. My squat and deadlift were my two strongest lifts before I got injured. I love that shit. But I'm having trouble now getting into it because, again, it's my idealized self. I should be able to squat 140, right? But I'm too scared to try it because what if I can't? And then now there's hesitation. Now I don't know if this is really my identity. You know, it's too late to go hit legs today, right? But I'll hit them tomorrow. Because now I've come to this realization. This is my 1% improvement for the day. It can be that simple. It can be that simple. You could realize, hey, maybe I don't want to join that marathon because I'm scared people laugh at me. And then you say to yourself, so what? I'm going to run that marathon. And who cares if that marathon is only next year? You have progressed inwardly. And that is something to be proud of. Fuck, I love you guys. How long have I been recording? Holy shit. 18 minutes. I'm on a fucking roll. Okay, I'm probably going to go watch the sunset and get a little high right now. But I love you guys. I thank you for your support. You people are the reason I keep coming back. You guys are half the reason. Even if one of you comment. The comments, not exactly each individual person, but I love getting feedback. I love the cycle of positive reinforcement. Yeah, I'm going to go now. I swear I had something else to say. Oh, if you're still here, do you want to see me? How long ago was this? I'll say like 10 years ago, 9 years ago. This was me 9 years ago. There we go. All right, I'm done. Cheers, guys.